It's gonna be the death of you and you and you and you and you and you and me.
What's good with y'all? How y'all feeling today? It's your boy Chess, and let's get right into it. I just want to say this to y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all dearly because y'all continue to support me and show me love. And I love y'all dearly for that. Like, real talk, y'all keep me going. But without further ado, let's get right into this interview. We got an interview by Michael Jackson. This had to be Young Mike as well because this was in the 70s. This say 1972, so this had to be Young Mike. Real Young Mike. So let's get right into it. I don't want to waste no more time. Mike, it's on you. I wonder what he finna talk about with this interview. I ain't heard this interview before, so I'm interested. Let's get it.
You ever get bugged with questions?
Oh, no.
I mean, is there anything anybody hasn't asked you by now?
I think they've asked me everything so far.
You read all the fan magazines in 16 and Fave and Hype and Spec and Mickey and Mouse and whatever they are.
Hold up. I noticed this out the gate. You could just see it in his eyes. Like, Mike's eyes tell a lot. You feel me? His eyes say so much. That boy looks sad. He really do. Like, he really just look like broken already, and he just a child. You could tell this is something he didn't want to go through. Like, you could just tell. I'm sorry that I stopped it already, but I just had to say that. Like, I could just see it.
You ever get bugged with questions?
Oh, no.
I mean, is there anything anybody hasn't asked you by now?
I think they've asked me everything so far.
You read all the fan magazines in 16 and Fave and Hype and Spec and Mickey and Mouse and whatever they are, This poor man's life has been dissected completely. However, there must be...
That's facts. I know he's saying that as like a joke, but that is so much meaning to that. Like, it really was dissected. His life really was dissected, and like, he didn't have no privacy, bro. That's crazy. My fault, y'all. Keep it going.
Questions because we got a ton of mail, and I'm just going to rip off some of them. And if any of you here have some, you got a question you want to start with?
Yes. When's your birthday? August 29th. It's 2 days after mine.
2 days after yours? Are you both under the same sign?
Yes.
What is that sign?
Virgo.
Very, very careful. That's the one I warned you about, by the way.
Mike was a
Dearest
Virgo.
Michael. That's a good start. So, Urbana, Ohio, Marie Montez. I love you more than any other star. I read all the stories about you, and I belong to your fan club. I read in 16 that you have a pet snake. Do you have a snake?
Oh, yeah, Rosie the Crusher. I have a snake, boa constrictor.
You're putting me out.
No,
Where does Rosie live with you?
in my room.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. How old is this snake?
It's 2 years, had him for about 2 years.
Do they ever get too big so you got to turn them loose or anything?
Well, they're known for choking people, and they get about
What are you, some kind of a nut?
32 feet.
When he gets to about 16 and a half, we'll turn him loose in the neighborhood. We live in...
Hey, yo, Mike loved animals too. I'm gonna just say that, like, he really had a heart for the animals. You know, the chimpanzee and all of the other animals that he had, bro. Like, Mike really loved animals, and he had like a good heart for them too. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, the animals loved him too. Real talk.
We live in the same neighborhood. I appreciate it if you wouldn't do that. Dear Michael, I live in Tampa, Florida. Will you have a concert here this summer? Deborah Stokes.
I think we just left Tampa in March, but I think we're going to work around to it again.
You got a concert tour that started last night, as a matter of fact. I'm going to talk to you about it in a little while. Dear Michael from Long Beach, Deanna Carroll, who's 16. What school do you go to? Do you go to a school?
Yeah, I go to private school in the Valley.
Do the kids stare at you because you're so rich and famous? Do they? Do they stare at you? Not because of it.
It's kind of a school like the kids are already in the business. Like,
There are other singers, dancers, and aerialists, and jugglers, and tumblers, and so on. Covington, Kentucky from...
Hold up. Couldn't even have a life as a child. He's very young right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to go to a private school because if he went to a public school, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it because he was already a star. He was already famous. But that boy never had a childhood. That boy was never able to just be a kid. It affected him so much. Like I said, you could just see it in the interview. He trying to laugh and smile, but when you know, like, I could see it.
And jugglers and tumblers and so on. Covington, Kentucky from Jan. Dear Michael, who's your favorite singer?
I like the Temptations, Three Dog Night, and Staple Singers.
All right, Tracy Balsam, Highland Park. We picked this one because this was the most frequently asked question. Do you know the Osmond brothers and are you friends with them? Or do you fight like fiends? You hate each other? Tell the truth now.
Okay. We met in Canada, and we had a good time together. Came to the hotel, and we talked a while, and we have a basketball game coming up. I don't know the exact date.
Oh, I would love to see that. I know both of these groups of people, and I can tell you objectively they are equally talented in all of that. You know all of their professional qualifications. As people, they're about the greatest folks I've met.
Just the
If you
innocent
counted them all
kid.
together, there must be
Man.
a dozen or more Jacksons and Osmonds, but it's a good combination. Can we do another one of the songs from this album?
Sure.
Hey, will you scoot over there and I'll give you a microphone and the usual paraphernalia, and then I will show this to you one more time. There's so many great sides in here. You did one by Bill Withers that I love. This is not it, but this is one of my favorites. And again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Jackson.
He was just an innocent child, and he had to go through all of that, man. That's just, especially as a kid, you're not able to have friends. You can't play with people at school. Like, your life wasn't even normal anymore as a child. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough. I know that's tough. Damn, man, he had a lot to carry. That's unfortunate, but man, he had all the ladies. Even at that age, he had all the ladies. You seen it in the crowd. Like, they couldn't keep their eyes off of him. I ain't ever listened to this interview before. That was my first time. And man, to be honest with you, he handled himself very well. Very mature already at that age. But I'm guessing when you get into that business and you singing and you doing music and you performing and you going places, you kind of got to grow up pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to grow up and be more mature, so it makes sense. I could see it, man. I seen it in his interview, man. I felt for him because you could see it in his eyes, man. Like, it just told everything. The boy was sad as a kid, and you just could see it. And I can go on and keep talking about it, but I've been rocking with these interviews lately. I ain't gonna lie, like, real talk. It's letting me know more and more about Mike. The fact that he had a snake in his crib too was crazy. Oh, and he loved the Temptations. I fuck with the Temptations too. And I'ma just end it right there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to rock with me, and I appreciate y'all dearly for just tuning into the content and showing me so much love and support. Listen, I wish y'all nothing but the best. Go follow me at Chess is Unlocked on my YouTube channel, and go follow me on Instagram at Chess is Unlocked, because that's the only way we gonna grow. Listen, peace, blessings, and love to all my guys and goddesses out there.